Hi,
Yes.
I'm Mitch Rankin from Forward Protocol, and I just want to welcome you to the Cryptopolitan Web3 Masterminds show this afternoon. And we've got a very special guest from DePocket, Nabi Klover. I'd like to welcome you, Nabi, to the show.
Yes, nice to meet you and nice to meet everyone. I'm Nabi, CMO of DePocket.
Yes, that's great. So I'll tell you a little bit about Forward and how we fit in, and then we'll go to Nabi and we'll find out a bit about what DePocket does in DeFi and how it will benefit the whole Web3 space. So Forward Protocol is the WordPress for Web3. What Forward does, it creates easy to use toolkits for creating mass adoption in Web3. So for traditional businesses that are out there utilizing Web2 platforms, etc., sometimes very difficult for them to come in and utilize the functionality of Web3. So what Forward does is we create these toolkits which make it very easy for people to integrate with native apps and applications, and they can integrate with the Web3 infrastructure. And the way we do that is we actually take away the barrier to entry. Entry into the space traditionally is very, very expensive, and it takes a lot of development timelines and time to put a project together. And we actually provide that functionality upfront, where you can go into a smart contract template library and download the applications that you need and utilize that in your space. And the only thing that Forward focuses on is to encourage the mass adoption of blockchain and the whole Web3 space. So that's Forward in a nutshell. And what I'd like to do is just to turn over to Nabi. And Nabi, if you wouldn't mind just introducing the DePocket project to us and telling us a little bit of your background.
Yes, it's my pleasure. Thank you for your questions. So I think I would like to introduce DePocket in one or two sentences. So DePocket is an integrated DeFi platform that supports people to manage and invest their cryptocurrencies across multi-chains and multi-wallets. So just imagine that you have some tokens on Binance Smart Chain, some on Solana, some on Near Protocol, and you also lending your cryptocurrencies on Venus or PancakeSwap. So the question is, how can you manage them all and check the balance in real time? You might have to log in, log out on many platforms many times to see your balance. But with DePocket, you no need to do that. Just copy and paste all of your wallets into the app, and your balance will be shown on the screens on without connecting wallets. Yes, and
that's great, great functionality. Yeah. It makes it really easy for people to utilize, and that's exactly what we need in the space to encourage adoption.
Yes. Yes, I hope that answers your questions. And,
yeah, it does. It's actually very clear, Nabi. It sounds like a very useful tool. So can you tell us a little bit about your team, how the project started out, how you got together, and how the idea of DePocket came around?
Yes, so so I think I will share my story of how my team meet each other. Yeah, so the founders team has 4 people. Our CSO is Hoàng Lê. He is also a CEO of Calpis software companies. That company used to develop some blockchain projects for Japan companies. And Tuấn Hoàng, known as Himisuko in Japanese, he used to work for Money Forwards. That is one of top applications in Japan about managed access. And Tuấn is our CEO. So our CEO and CTO, they have an idea when they see the difficulties of themselves when they have to track and manage their tokens on PancakeSwap, BakerySwap. It takes them too much time for just log in and log out and make transactions or just see the total balance. So that's why they utilize their strength in software and cryptocurrency knowledge to build the Pocket app. However, as a developer, they are weak of marketing, but they can find anyone who have digital marketing skills and have experience in the cryptocurrency. So that's why Mr. Hoàng Lê, our CEO, invited me to become a co-founder and CMO of DePocket, because I have been working in digital marketing for around 8 years, and I joined cryptocurrency since 2017, and I used to work for Harvard Global Agents and also work for Career Chain and Top-Boss with my DeFi Pets GameFi projects. Yeah, so that's how our team meet each other. And as I already said, our vision is to create a DeFi world. So when DeFi grows, DePocket will evolve. So I believe that it will show the problems of investor and trader to help them saving time and earn more profits when they manage assets or make the transaction. So for example, when you want to swap BNB and USDT, DePocket will list down the price on PancakeSwap, BakerySwap. After that, you can evaluate which platform have cheaper price and lowest gas fees. It's saving your time and make more profits. Yes, and in the next few months, we will support staking farming as well. For example, we will list down the APY, APR ranking on of many AMM DEX. For example, you can see the interest rate of PancakeSwap is 12% and on MDEX is 20%. So you can choose the pool with higher interest rates and deposit on that. It's also saving your time and earn more profits. Yeah.
So would I be correct if I had to sum it up in one sentence that DePocket saves you time by aggregating all of your wallets in one place where you can see everything across? Would that sum it up?
Yes. You can say it like that. It means that we create the one stop shop platform for trader and investor to do everything they want, including we also provide the on-chain data like the number of BTC inflow and outflow. So we give more information for them to make better decisions when they invest in cryptocurrency.
I like that one-stop shop. That makes sense to me. So it's a nice visual picture. So tell me, you said that you can integrate against, across multiple blockchains. How do you do that? Could you explain that to us?
Yes. So it's kind of technology and regarding technology and integration of DePocket. Let me explain in simple and shortly how DePocket app can support multi-chain at the same time. We design a system that is broken down into many modules with the hierarchical following this order. Chain management module, chain module, and the app adapter module. With chain management module, it manages nodes and index data for the chain that we integrate. And chain modules is include nodes, information, and data from tokens, and the app that we index on each chain. The app adapter is a bridge for us to read the data the data of the app without any chain or technical limitations. And so with that, the hierarchical is support us to manage and integrate multi-chain easier and at the same time.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So what is the architecture of the platform and what makes DePocket stand out from other applications in the space?
Yes, I love these questions, but the architecture of DePocket, may I share my
yes, of course, please.
Yeah, because it's easier for people to understand. So can you allow me to share the screen? It says that host disable participant screen sharing.
Let me just have a look here for a second.
Yes, take your time.
Okay, Nabi, you should be able to share now. I've made you the host.
Wow, thank you. So, can you hear that?
Yes, I can, and we can see your screen too. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Sorry. So, here is the DePocket's platform architect. So you can see we have many blockchain on-chain like Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Polygon, and many smart contract adapter based on protocol like PancakeSwap, Uniswap, MDEX, and all of this will be consumed by the DePocket's indexing engines and data storage, and all of this will be shows on the DePocket's dashboard. We centralize the data and then show it on the DePocket's dashboard. And on the DePocket dashboard, you can check the wallet balance, notifications, and P&L calculator, token price, everything in the DePocket's dashboard. So this is DePocket's platform architect. And compare with the other the app, I think I will compare some problem solving between DePocket and other apps. For example, multi-chain management. With DePocket, it's more convenient because we show multi-chain in one single interface. But for other apps, it's inconvenient because it only shows one chain at a time. Yeah, and staking farming balance. On DePocket, we support various Binance Smart Chain, the app, versus other apps that not support you to check the staking farming balance. You have to log in. For example, you have to log in into Pancake, Bakery Swap to check your balance. But on DePocket, on shows on the dashboard. And multi-wallet checking. Yes, DePocket support multi-wallets on one single interface. On other apps, it's inconvenient because it only shows one wallet at a time. For NFT support, yes, DePocket support NFT, but on other apps, you rarely see your NFT on your wallet. And Connect wallet, with DePocket, we don't manage your mnemonic, so it's totally safe and convenient because you no need to connect wallet to manage your access. And on other app, you have to connect your wallet, and it's kind of inconvenient. Yeah.
Abby, so, can I just ask you that explains it really nicely about the architecture. I know recently you launched the NFT portfolio management feature. Is that what you were talking about in the NFTs?
Yes, about NFT, we already support checking NFT access on the DePocket app.
Okay.
Yes, but to see how it works, I think I should share my screen again to demo you guys.
It was just a general question to ask you about the functionality, just to some of it. We can go into a little more detail when we talk about the industry. Just tell me about the token.
Yeah, about the DePo token. So I think I will say some use case of DePo tokens. DePo token is used to unlock the premium features. Actually, DePocket is a free-to-use platform. However, some premium valuable utility functions are only offered to DePo holder, like the premium on-chain data, checking unlimited wallets, something like that. And we also use DePo for governance, staking, and liquidity rewards and payments. Because the developer, they will use DePo to pay for our on-chain API.
Okay, excellent. And I know you've got a token burn, and you've also got governance. Could you just touch on those two areas just to explain it to us?
Pardon? Do you ask me about governance, right?
Yes, governance. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So regarding governance, yeah. For example, to see how governance work, like people will access the website both .depocket.com and make a pool for their suggestion. You have to log into both for the features, and the system will calculate the number of depot on your wallet. It won't cost any depot of yours. However, if you hold more depot, your decision impact more on the results, and we will follow the community, like the community both for this feature. We will follow that and build the feature first, and like we prioritize the feature that be voted by the community.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That makes sense. And I wanted to ask you if you could explain to us about the DePocket index engine. Could you explain how that works and how it indexes?
Yes, of course. Yeah. So I think I will say that I would like to answer the problems what DePockets have been solving first. So regarding speed of real-time data on blockchain is too slow. It reduces the speed of the app on Web3. Therefore, DePockets is developing an index engine for efficient, high-speed indexing of blockchain data to solve these problems. DePocket's index engine is a simple piece of software that reads, store, and index data on blockchains. We index engines. It means that DePocket's index engine is an event-driven system. It indexes on-chain data by continuously listening to the data from blockchain in real time with the event that a new block is created on the blockchains. So every time a new block is created, DePocket reads the data and store the data in a faster and more efficient, readable form to optimize the speed of data on blockchain.
Okay, so what problem does that solve, and how's that useful for DePocket users?
So I think it's solve the problem of the speed, like that people will interact with the blockchain faster, faster with our solution.
Yeah, I think that's so important. If people can utilize the technology in an easier way and interact faster, it'll actually create adoption and allow more users to come into the sector and to utilize the technology, which is really great. I know you've also got an aggregated Dex. Can you tell us a little bit about it and the problem that it solves?
Yes, the other aggregated Dex. I think Dex aggregator as the DeFi protocol does enable crypto traders to access a wide range of DEX via one single dashboard. And so
okay.
So I hope that's answered your questions. And
that's actually very clear. I had a look at your roadmap and I see you've achieved a lot, but I'd just like to hear from you. What are your plans for the future? What do you see in the roadmap over the next 5 years?
Yes. So I'm proud to say that DePocket just finished the IO 3 months ago, but we achieved many milestones, like we integrate more blockchain with Solana chain near protocols and supported most of the app on Binance Smart Chain like PancakeSwap, MakerSwap, Venus, MDEX, AutoFarm, and more DF. And we also release staking features. And yesterday we released swap token features. You guys can try that because with our solution, you can choose the lowest gas fee and choose the cheaper rate. Yeah, if you ask me the plans in the future, I would like to say with the mission to bring DeFi closer to the real world, we have a lot of plans for us. However, in the near future, we will focus on these things. First, developing DePocket dashboard to become a gateway lending CeFi user to DeFi. It means centralized finance user to this decentralized finance. Focusing on developing DePocket index engine, releasing an on-chain API, providing the platform to speed up the Web3, and third, development of investment consulting and analytics service based on on-chain data. Further, it can be DePocket can be an e-wallet and payment gateway via cryptocurrency. And all of the above intention are to provide a better user experience on Web3 and bringing the user experience on the CeFi to DeFi so that DeFi can be more easy, accessible to everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Have I missed any question of you?
No, you actually you're doing exceptionally well. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit in general about the industry as a whole, DeFi, and just explore where it's going. I know the whole cryptocurrency market is just exploding. There are over 14,000 assets listed on CoinGecko. So tell me how you see DeFi evolving and what your expectations are for the future for the industry.
Yes, I have to say that cryptocurrency is developing kind of crazy, and according to the latest statistic on the 27 February, the total market cap of cryptocurrency markets is over 1.7 trillion. However, this number is super small compared to the common exchange or the holdings instrument. For example, the store of value like gold or popular currency like dollars have the market cap is over 12 trillion and over 22 trillion. So I think in the future, DeFi will become more popular and can be used for holding like gold or as a tool of exchange and payment like dollars. This market is really potential, and I expect that DeFi will spread out and earn the market share around 30 to 40% of gold or dollars in the future. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. That's a big number because yeah, it's a massive number because I know I've heard people talk about the sector growing to like 100x from where it is now, so going to nearly 200 trillion. So if you look at 30 to 40% of that, that's a really large number.
Yes, but I believe we can do that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you're right. I think it's such a small, just scratched the surface and just getting going and what have you. So in the, the way the internet is developing, how important do you think Web3 is in helping that as a catalyst to develop and, reach its full potential?
It's an interesting question, but kind of a tricky one. So so I think I would like to answer the question that what is the Web3 we are aiming for? So from my point of view, I think Web3 is a web generation where data or resources on the web are not owned by any individual or organizations. Instead, enable users and machines to interact with the data, values, and other counterparties via substrates or peer-to-peer network without the need for third parties. I used to read this information on the Ethereum docs. It says that some of the advantages of Web3 are anyone who is on the network can use the service. In this words, no need permission to use Web3, and no one can block you or deny your access to the service. So therefore, I think it bring more benefits to users in terms of safety and economy. Web3 will attract more users and create more content on the internet. It's really useful and create a real value. And of course, it will make the blockchain industry stronger in terms of speed, user experience, safety, and data security. I hope that you can hear me clearly, because
I can hear you. I can hear you clearly. That's very interesting observations. I know from Forward's side, we always think about is how can we make it really simple for people, because you see how many people in the world have actually got wallets that are operational, and how many people actually use DeFi. And when you look at the sector as a whole, if we can just make those barriers to entry really low and help people to integrate and to get going, it makes it very, very simple for them. And when you do that, it encourages mass adoption. But obviously, in everything we're doing, we've got bottlenecks and obstacles and things that slow us down. So if you had to think about the major bottlenecks in DeFi as an industry, and with the NFTs that you're working on, etc., what would be the things that would help it? I mean, how would you solve those bottlenecks? What could make it simpler?
From my opinion, I think the time will as long as we try our best, we will find the solution to improve the market and build more solutions and build more projects to solve the problems. And
so that makes sense, because when if I think of it from Forward's perspective, so what we focus on doing is building infrastructure. We know that if we've got infrastructure that can help people, like toolkits that are very simple for them to use, and that's what I see with DePocket. It's very simple for people to use. Then it helps them actually adopt it and utilize the technology and to carry on from there. So if we had to think about the industry as a whole, just from your experience with DeFi, what are the things that would be useful to actually grow the industry?
Yes, but useful to explore the industry. I think we need to build more solutions, and
do you think that like the NFT products that you've added and what have you are going to help with that?
Yes, have that. Because NFT with NFT it kind of easier to understand to reach more user, even they don't have any experience in the cryptocurrency. But with NFT, they will more easier to understand and know more about cryptocurrency.
How do you see DeFi fitting in with the metaverse?
DeFi and metaverse. How can the DeFi and metaverse connect with each other? You mean that?
Yeah.
I think DeFi and metaverse. So maybe in the future, instead of I have to go offline to the bank, I can meet I can meet the staff in the in the bank on the metaverse. For example, like Sandbox, they have partnership with with American bank, so people can interact with the staff on the American bank via Sandbox, something like that. But I think metaverse is shows the problem that people don't have to go out to meet other people. They can meet them virtualize and interact with other people. So if DeFi connect with the metaverse, I think maybe that is one of the way to connect with each other.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's very astute. Yeah, because I suppose, you know, finance and certainly DeFi as we go into it is very important, and we are connecting with everybody all the time, you know, financially, and the metaverse is just an extension of that. So, yeah, it's a very interesting topic and an interesting way of looking at it, because I think, as you've rightly said, over the next couple of years, the world is going to change, and there's going to be massive growth in DeFi, and certainly in what you're doing with DePocket. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the sector evolves and grows. Have you got any other thoughts on DeFi that you'd like to share, or anything before we wrap up?
I think that cryptocurrency and especially DeFi will have more. Of course, we will have more challenge before we completely developing. So I think so my maybe this is an advice from my side that
sure.
we should prepare. We should prepare for the challenge and improve ourselves day by day to facing with the problem and solving the problems. And I strongly believe that DePocket and DeFi will grow in the future, and we should believe in the data. And some people usually fuss about Bitcoins and cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency is a solution for the futures, for the decentralized finance and independent finance, and it have like it's bring the world together with blockchain. That's my.
That makes sense. So can I ask you? I'm interested. How do you prepare? How are you preparing yourself for the future, your education, all that type of thing?
Oh yes, yeah. Yes. So I have been in cryptocurrency since 2017, and from that in the beginning I am a newbie and I don't have much knowledge about cryptocurrency. But one of the channel I love to learn more, to earn more knowledge is YouTube, because on YouTube I can like for example I can hear the live stream, and I can interact with the famous people, and I can on the internet I can read more documents about cryptocurrency, and even on cryptocurrency we have more hackathons, competitions for developers to show their projects with the whole world. And we also have many channels to improve your knowledge by join the free class. For example, in my country, we have many free class. For example, Career Chain, they have the free class for developer and even for marketer like me who wanna have more knowledge about cryptocurrency. So as long as you wanna learn, there's always a way to learn on internet, via your friends, on YouTube, and a free class, something like that.
Yeah, it's 100% right. You know, because people always ask me, like when I look at you, you're a young lady, and a lot of the people that we work with are much younger.
Yes.
Like Key is younger, but I'm an older guy. So they ask me, how does an older person learn about this stuff?
I think you're not old because my parents you're not old. Don't think that my parents they say my parents is 65 years old, but they still ask me about Bitcoin. Hey Nabi, you know about Bitcoin? I see that Bitcoin is really good. Friends of my friends earn a lot of money for Bitcoin, something like that. And even my parents know about Bitcoin and know about blockchain. They curious and ask me about blockchain, cryptocurrency. So
I think
yeah,
your parents sound very wise. I think that is the key, is to be curious and to learn.
So I think in the future, in 5 or 10 years, cryptocurrency will be common. Even with the older people like my parents. Yes, and I believe that. For example, last 3 years ago, my father, he doesn't know Twitter or Facebook, but now he used Twitter or Facebook to call to meet up with his friends on the outer province. So
but that's exactly it. That's the thing. As soon as the industry becomes easy and really simple to use, then DeFi will be adopted, and there'll be lots of people joining the sector and what have you. So
yes.
Nabi, thank you. Have you got any last words just to wrap it up about DePocket, or any thoughts you'd like to leave us with?
Yes. So to wrap up, I think DePocket, like the slogan here, the world of DeFi in your pockets. You can do everything with DePocket, like manage your question, manage your access, and make transactions, do scraps, auto farming, auto staking, everything you need, and even the premium information, data on chain premium information.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks. Well, Nabi, it's been wonderful speaking with you. Thank you very much for being here this afternoon, and look forward to chatting to you in the future. Good luck with your project. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's my pleasure today. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Yeah, bye.